Starting a new life together. Starting life as a young couple is very expensive. What should the wedding cost? Be wise and look down the road to see what else will be needed. A beautiful engagement ring is a nice thing, but do you really want your spouse to be in debt for the next several years? Or would it be more sensible to have a modest ring now and maybe a fancier one later down the road? I intensely dislike being in debt. I do not want to owe money to anyone. I like to keep my accounts short. So going into debt for a long period of time to buy a ring seems short-sighted to me. People are my life and my business, so I know many of them. When Peter and I got married, we decided that we wanted an outdoor wedding at the farm, invited the farm people as well as family and friends. We had well over 300 people that attended the reception that was held at our house. It was not a fancy affair, as we did all the food ourselves. My sister Carmen baked 6 different kinds of cakes instead of one big wedding cakes, because most wedding cakes aren't exactly delicious. And my other sister Lisa did all the flowers, which we bought at Costco. Mom and Dad did the ceremony, including all the food, my dress that I found at a consignment stop for $150, Peter's new suit, flowers and all. We spent about $1,500. As working adults, that was not an expensive wedding. Note that Peter bought the diamond in my ring earlier as an investment, so that cost was not included. So for you parents that shell out $15,000, $20,000, $60,000 for a magnificent wedding isn't prudent. Or should that money be invested better in a different manner? Maybe instead use that money as a down payment on a house, or pay off the car that your daughter is driving, or put that money towards a school debt that might be remaining. For my first wedding, my parents told me that so much was budgeted for the wedding, and anything that I did not use we would be allowed to have. I thought that this was a brilliant idea. We were very careful with what we planned, and in the end we ended up with enough money to buy a refrigerator, a washing machine, and a dryer for our house. Not having to go to the laundromat every week was more important to me than a super fancy wedding. So how about you? Are you swept along in the magic of the moment? Are you frugal or Diamond Jim? Are you free or careful? Are you a mixture of both? What's important in your life? A wedding dress that will be worn one time and will likely not be worn by your future daughter will be worth about $50 the next day. Is it worth the $5,000 price tag? Daughters, if your parents are footing the bill, do you want them to be in debt for a long time in order for you to have an expensive day? This comment is going to sound sour, and most people don't want to hear this, but they figure that over 50% of marriages end in divorce. So shouldn't that money be used to invest in a couple's future rather than only in one day? That's up to you to decide. You owe nothing to anyone except for to love one another. For whoever loves his neighbor is fulfilling the law. Romans 13, verse 8.